Converting our RGB swatches to CMYK isn't hard, but before we do that, let's take a look at what's happening, and it's much easier to see in a photograph. So I have this picture here, it's gorgeous, from Clemente Ruiz Abenza, and both of these pictures, this picture and this picture by Robert G. Allen, I got off of the stock website Unsplash, which is fantastic. So both of these pictures are in RGB, and to get a better idea of what's going to happen when we convert it to CMYK, we can preview this by hitting Command or Control Y. So watch, pay attention to the blues. You see that? You see up in here, you see what happened? Let me undo it. Same command, Command or Control Y. Command or Control Y, let's do it again. So that's CMYK, and you can see like right here, it's letting you know like you're in CMYK preview. And you can see that there is a color shift, and it's in the blue spectrum mostly, which makes sense because if you look at the RGB CMYK color model, that's the color model that has the least CMYK conversion ability. I could probably live with that conversion in this picture. Now here's a different picture. This picture is fantastic. Look at the luminance, and it's awesome. It's these jellyfish, and so we're going to try the same thing here. We're going to do Command or Control Y, and that's a heck of a change. So that's our CMYK preview. Command or Control Y again. Now we're back in RGB. So you can really see the shift of what's going to happen when we convert to CMYK. Now, if you want to test, if you want to actually see the colors that cannot be converted to CMYK, you can add one key to that preview. You can add Shift and do Shift Command or Shift Control Y, and it's going to show you all the colors that are out of Gamut. So those are the colors that CMYK cannot print. So that's pretty drastic. So that's why when you convert it to CMYK, it looks so different. If we're going to do the same preview over here, which is Shift Command Y. So there you go. That shows you the colors that are out of Gamut for printing there. Without the keyboard key, you can also go in here to View, and you can turn on the Gamut warning. Here you go, and that shows you what's out of Gamut. So we're going to go back now to our swatches, and of course I'm going to make this a teeny bit bigger, and it's down a little bit. And so what we're going to do is we're going to change this to CMYK, and I want you to pay attention into this area right here, which is going to shift dramatically when I do that. So in order to create this in CMYK, or make this CMYK, we're going to go to Image, we're going to go to Mode, and we're going to go down to CMYK. It's going to ask if I want to merge my layers. I do not. It's going to ask me if I want to rasterize it. I do not. You see the shift here? So now it's CMYK, and I need to change a couple things to post it in my project. The first thing that I need to do is I need to resample these colors, because now that it's CMYK, this isn't accurate anymore. For example, if I grab my dropper tool and I click on this blue, which in RGB had this number right here, and then I click on my foreground color, it's not that number anymore. Now it's a completely different hex code. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy, Command C, my hex code, and I'm going to find that swatch, which is here. I'm going to double click on the T, and I'm going to do Command V, and I need to do that for all of these, so that if I want to choose this color for CMYK, it's accurate, because it's not the same color anymore. The only other thing I'm going to do after I change all these guys is that I'm going to change this to CMYK, and I'm going to post it side by side on my project, so on Skillshare, so you can see the difference. We're going to talk about another method in the next video.